Hi, I am Beth the Sybil, and today I will share with you an article that I wrote called Who is George Zimmerman? And this is my personal spiritual inquiry into the George Zimmerman Trayvon Martin case and the not guilty verdict. And I look forward to hear your thoughts as well. So please share with me. Like most Americans, I have been thinking a lot about the Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman case. I have observed my own reactions of righteous indignation at the outcome of the trial and polarizing George Zimmerman as evil and Trayvon Martin as an innocent young man I want to protect. I felt hatred and disdain for Zimmerman, representing something entirely outside of me that I have no part in and that I shun. Then I caught myself because I know in my heart and mind that there is only one, and that George Zimmerman is an essential part of that one known as love. How can I possibly integrate my feelings of outrage at injustice and protection of the innocent with my deeper knowledge that either we are all guilty or all innocent? In fact, we are all innocent in our true selves, and we are all guilty in the realm of separation, duality, and polarity that we have chosen to experience. We have come to the human experience to taste every possible variation in the consciousness of separation, from the darkest evil to the loftiest good. Over the course of our entire human journey of evolution, from deep separation consciousness to a return to unity consciousness, we each will taste it all. I will play the part of evil and the part of good and every part in between. I will be a woman, a man, rich, poor, black, white, brown, red, yellow, oppressor, oppressed, victimizer, and victim. In duality, there is always the flip side attached to the side that is presenting good, evil, up, down, light, dark, beautiful, ugly, etc. But there is a trick here. If I want to break the cycle and see no more violence and oppression, then I cannot think that it is outside of me, and that I am not a part of it. If I do, I continue to identify myself with one side of the duality, the good side, as I perceive it, which requires by universal law that its opposite, the dark side, show up outside of me. What is this universal law that can seem so unfair when all I want is a peaceful world for all? At the essence of life, behind all the diverse and amazing fragmentation into an uncountable number of things, there is only one. There is no inside of me and outside of me. There is simply all that is. All beings are other aspects of me in the big picture, choosing their set of experiences. We play various parts, putting on our earth body costumes, sometimes playing the protagonist, sometimes the antagonist, sometimes the clown. When the show is done and we return to our dressing rooms, the murderer and the murdered have a beer and a laugh. I have remembered that George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin made a soul contract with each other on the non-physical plane to shake the world up and help us become less complacent and more accountable to the unity of all life. I know for myself, responding to this troubling night in Florida has caused me to go deeper in looking at where I still polarize and thinking someone other than me is the evil in this world. All that does is hold evil in my world. As I pause and recognize the truth of George Zimmerman as an aspect of all that is, I also recognize that he is the aspect of me that's playing being trapped in a fear-based consciousness of littleness. As Zimmerman, I try to play a fantasy hero because I feel so small and afraid, and having reduced the world of diverse, beautiful individuals to shadows of evil trying to do me and mine harm. I believe healing comes through the acceptance and integration of my light and dark sides on the human plane, not the polarization of the two in which I believe I am one side fighting against the other. Light, when shined through a prism, refracts all the colors of the rainbow. It is hard to imagine looking at all the individual colors that, when combined, will disappear into one colorless illumination. And when refracted into separate colors, how could yellow imagine it has anything to do with blue? That is how I believe it is with our dark side and our light side within the experience of duality. When I easily own both sides as expressions of me in fragmented consciousness, I can then unify into wholeness, which transcends all polarities. Beyond the individualized ego-body experience, we are infinite consciousness and can live in that awareness while in the body. That, of course, is awakening or remembering, returning all the individual members to one awareness of itself. So the answer to the question, who is George Zimmerman? He is me. He is my brother. I forgive and release him because I forgive and release myself from all the false beliefs I have held while exploring this separation age. Now is the auspicious time that we are invited to return to unity consciousness. And this challenging event, which has galvanized our attention, is helping us get there. Thank you for listening to my point of view, and I look forward to hearing yours as well. Peace.